Squad, what's up? My name is Rex, and today we're back with yet another Pokemon theory. I promised you all that every week I will do one Pokemon theory for all you Pokemon fans out there, and today is no exception, or no different I should say. But anyways, today is going to be a little weird because it's not quite a Pokemon theory as it is a Pokemon fact. Now, obviously this is not an actual fact, it is, well, my opinion of an own theory that I've come up with, much like most of my Pokemon theory videos. But before we begin, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, at least if you enjoy it. And I hope you enjoy this video. So today, we're going to be going over Walking Wake. You know, the Paradox version of Suicune, of course. Now, everyone has a weird question. Well, wasn't Suicune revived from being an ordinary dog Pokemon? How is it possible for it to be, well, a Paradox Pokemon? And that thing, it's pretty interesting because I've come up with a theory that kind of covers what most people are speculating under. So, obviously, I'm not going to go with the old number one. It time traveled, you know. That's obviously, it's the only possible way. It time traveled, but it just looks like it. No. It didn't. Now, you see, all past Paradox Pokemon and future Paradox Pokemon are time travelers, but that doesn't mean that they're straight ripped out of time, as in they're completely different dimensions. My theory is that, well, it's not actually related anywhere near Suicune. It's not related to it at all. My theory is that it is far from it. So let's just take an example of, let's say, any Pokemon that looks like something. Now, Alola and Luvdisc look a lot alike, as you can probably tell, but they are not related. Why don't we use that example into Pokemon for Walking Wake and Suicune? Now, they might look a lot alike, and Suicune may be a dog, and the other one, Walking Wake, is a Velociraptor. So what exactly does that say when it comes to, you know, Paradox Pokemon? What does that come to say to it? It comes to say that Pokemon can look alike, but that doesn't mean that they are alike. So, Luvdisc and Alola can look exactly alike, just a little bit different shape, but that doesn't mean that they're actually the same species of evolution. So, I'm sorry that I'm taking a little long. There's a lot to break down for this theory, and I hope that you all enjoy. But this is my theory for Suicune and Walking Wake is, well, what if that Walking Wake is actually a completely different dinosaur-looking Pokemon that actually just looks a lot like Suicune. So it may look a lot alike, but really, it's just completely different. And it could be just an average dinosaur Pokemon that has looked like it, but Ho-Oh, the one who revived the random dog Pokemon, was really just trying to revive something that used to be in its army. Now, let's just think about this for a second. What if, let's just hear me out, Ho-Oh was a paradox? And what I mean by that is, Ho-Oh used to be like some giant phoenix with unruly power, and he used to have his paradox sidekicks, which would be, I don't know, what's it called? Walking Wake, and it would also have the tiger one, Raikou Paradox, and then there was another, which would obviously be the, what do you call it? Paradox Entei, because I know there's gonna be one. It's gonna come up. We all know it. We're all thinking it. Now, as we all know, this is a little weird to think about, but they were all once sidekicks of the great legendary Paradox Ho-Oh. So, as being Paradox would, they were dinosaurs and they were controlled by the giant beast. And then eventually they died down, and Ho-Oh lost his power as a Paradox and became more of a bird-like, everyday bird Pokemon, but still legendary. And, on top of that, look at Lugia. Lugia is an extremely dinosaur-like Pokemon. So, what if he has something to do with it, but they switched? You see, I've always found something a little weird, that Lugia is the one with the, well, birds, and, what do you call it? The Ho-Oh is the one with the dinosaurs. So that would actually make perfect sense. If you think about it, they might have switched, and Lugia could very well be the Paradox version of him. But enough about that. I personally think that it's a little weird, yes, I know, but it could very well be true. So they're completely different Pokemon, but Ho-Oh realizes as his ancestor self, he has the chance to turn these ordinary dog Pokemon into true legends, just like the ones that he had years and years, thousands of years ago. So eventually, he turned them into Pokemon like his Paradox friends, and he revived them as futuristic, more diverse versions from the dinosaur ones that we've seen in the trailers. So, on top of all that, Ho-Oh has revived them to remind himself of the old days from millions of years ago, and now he has these futuristic versions of beasts that one is unidentified, which is Entei, and they have all become this one big one. But I don't think that the Paradox Suicune, as most would call it, Walking Way, I don't think it's a paradox of Suicune, at least. I think it's its very own Pokemon. It has nothing to do with Suicune whatsoever. It just has to do with the fact that Ho-Oh revived it to look somewhat like it. And though it came out as a wolf, it used to be a dinosaur. And I don't think that they have any relation whatsoever to species, but Ho-Oh made that happen. So if you have a problem with the paradoxes of the beasts, just take it up with Ho-Oh, because he's the one who created them, and he's the one who made them how they are today. On top of that all, why are we just limiting ourselves to the legendary beasts? Why don't we talk about the one that I was just talking about? Why don't we talk about the birds? So obviously there are, well, theories and stuff, blah blah blah, Suicune Paradox, the legendary beast paradox. But we don't ever talk about the fact that those two are linked. The 3 legendary birds from Kanto and the Johtonian legendary beasts are not, well, actually linked. But they are, and nobody realizes how linked they actually are. And I think people should realize that more often. So just hear me out. We're going to get more paradoxes when Gen 10 comes out. Want to know why? Well, first of all, we had an addition to the legendary genies, but on top of that, that was also foreshadowing to an addition of the past. And I think there will be past paradoxes in Gen 10. And not only will that be any ordinary legendary past paradoxes, but it will be the legendary birds. Because Lugia and Ho-Oh are both linked. And though one appears in Kanto and one appears in Johto, but they're in the exact opposite regions. And the dinosaur dragon has birds, and the bird has dinosaur dragons. I think it'll be swapped again. And this time for Gen 10, after Entei is revealed as Paradox, we will be getting the legendary birds as Paradox. Now, what could we expect for these Paradox birds when Gen 10 comes out? Well, we could very well expect multiple things. Maybe we could expect more dinosaurs, since birds used to be dinosaurs. We could expect just, I don't know, giant birds. We could expect literally anything. They turned a tiger into a brontosaurus. So I think Pokemon can do anything they want. They could turn literally Moltres into, I don't know. They could turn them into a dung beetle if they wanted to. They made a dung beetle already, but still. I think there could be multiple things for us to expect, and I'm very excited for what Gen 10 has in store. But aside from all that, I think that Paradox Pokemon are here to stay for at least another region. And I think that there's plenty of foreshadowing for either Legends Kyurem or Legends Celebi. I personally do not want a Legends Celebi, but that's okay. I just think that Paradox Pokemon are here to stay, and Walking Wake is not time traveled. He's not from a different dimension. I just think he's his completely different Pokemon that was revived to look like, Suicune was revived to look like him because Ho-Oh was the previous master to him, but they all went extinct except for him because he is the bird of life. He's a phoenix. And, well, that's how Pokemon works. It's confusing, but it kind of works. And though it might be confusing, it's better than dimension travel or time travel or whatever you want to call it. So, obviously, oh, wait, what about Iron Leaves? I'm not covering that. Sorry, guys, it's just a robot. But anyways, everyone, I really hope that you all enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. I really hope you enjoyed my theory. I know it's a little long, and I'm sorry you had to sit through. Well, if you didn't like it, I'm sorry you had to sit through that. But I hope you enjoyed, and have a feathertastic day, Relic Squad. This is Rex the Powerful Animation signing off. Have a feathertastic day. Rex out. Bye!